Howdy everybody, today we're going to be going over the drill manual that we use for our Texas Revolution reenactments. This is going to be Scott's manual. This was one of the more popular manuals at the time period. It was adopted by the U.S. Army, and while there were many other manuals, this we believe was one of the more common ones, and also it is the one that the Texas Historical Commission has decided on as this will be the manual we use for all of our reenactments. So in this video, we will be going and showing the different steps of the different ways to carry the weapon and the steps of loading and firing these weapons. This will be volume 1 for line infantry. There will be volume 2 very soon about light infantry drill, and maybe some more down the line going over the other different drill sets such as the School of the Company and the company movements, and maybe artillery, but I don't know if we'll get that far. Quick disclaimer, this is mainly for our newer people getting into the Texas Revolution reenactment field to help you all learn the drill. Of course, the best way to learn the drill is by going to events where we do practice the drill, and that way you can practice it with a bunch of people there. However, to introduce you into the drill, this video is for. However, it is also for general entertainment. One thing to note about this drill with the Texas Revolution is that a lot of these men were militiamen, and they were going out into battle with their civilian weapons, such as rifles and stuff like that. And so the line infantry drill for Texas Revolution would be used for both men with muskets and men with rifles. Same with the light infantry drill, and the light infantry drill in the standard army could be used with either rifles or muskets. With all that said, I hope y'all enjoy the video. Position of the soldier. The heels on the same line as near each other as the conformation of the man will permit, the feet forming with each other an angle something less than a right one, and turned out equally. The image straight, but not stiff, the body perpendicular on the haunches, and inclining a little forward. The shoulders kept back and falling equally, the arms hanging naturally, the elbows near the body, the palm of the hand turned a little to the front, the little finger back and touching the seam of the pantaloons, the face well to the front, the chin a little drawn in, without constraint, and the eyes cast on the ground at a distance of 15 paces. Lesson 1. Principles of shouldered arms. The musket is in the left hand, the arm being a little bent, the elbow back, and joined to the body without pressure. The palm of the hand firmly against the exterior rounding of the butt, the exterior edge of the butt resting on the joints of the fingers next to the palm. The heel of the butt resting between the first and second fingers, the thumb above in front. The third and little fingers under the butt, which must be more or less kept back, according to the conformation of the recruit, in such manner that the firelock, seen from the front, may rest always perpendicular, and that the movement of the thigh in marching may not derange in it its perpendicular position. The ramrod against the hollow of the shoulder, the right arm hanging naturally as in number 87. Lesson 2. Load by 12 commands. Number 1. Load. First motion. Half face to the right on the left heel, placing at the same time the right foot square behind the left heel, the hollow of the foot resting against the heel. Turn the firelock with the left hand to lock outwards, at the same time seizing the small of the stock with the right hand, the firelock being detached from the shoulder, and supported perpendicularly on the palm of the left hand remaining under the butt. Second motion. With the right hand, bring down the firelock into the left, which receives it at the swell. The thumb extended, the butt under the right forearm, the small resting against the body under the right breast, the muzzle as high as the eyes, the guard turned a little upward, the left elbow supported on the side of the haunch. The thumb of the right hand will be placed against the hammer above the flint. At the moment the firelock is thrown into the left hand, the four fingers of the right hand shut, the right forearm along the butt. 2. Open pan. One motion. Throw open the pan with the thumb of the right hand, the left hand holding the piece firmly. Draw back the right elbow, carry the hand to the rear, passing it between the butt and body, and open the cartridge box. 3. Handle cartridge. 1 motion. Take the cartridge with the thumb and the 2 first fingers, place it between the teeth, the right hand passing between the body and the butt. 4. Tear cartridge. 1 motion. Tear the cartridge, holding it near the opening, sink down the cartridge, holding it perpendicularly against the pan, the palm of the right hand turning towards the body, the right elbow against the butt. 5. Prime. 1 motion. Sink forward the heel, cast the eyes to the pan, filling it with powder. Press close the top of the cartridge at the opening, between the thumb and forefinger. Raise the head, place the right hand behind the pan, holding the little and third finger against the back of the pan. 6. Shut pan. 1 motion. Hold the firelock firm with the left hand. Shut the pan forcibly with the 2 last fingers, holding always the cartridge between the thumb and 2 forefingers. Seize immediately the small of the stalk with the 2 last fingers and palm of the right hand. The right wrist close to the body, the elbow to the rear, and a little detached from the body. 7. Cast about. First motion. With the right arm smartly stretched, without lowering the right shoulder, swing round the firelock to the left thigh, along which the butt must press strongly, turning at the same time the ramrod towards the body, opening and letting the piece slip through the left hand as far as the middle pipe, the cock resting on the thumb of the right hand. Face at the same time to the front, turning on the left heel, carrying the right foot forward, the heel resting against the hollow of the left. Second motion. Quit the firelock with the right hand, sinking it with the left along and near the body, raising at the same time the right hand to the muzzle, holding the top of the cartridge up, let the butt fall to the ground gently, the left hand against the body, under the lowest coat butt, the musket in contact with the left thigh, the butt of the ramrod opposite the center of the body. 8. Charge cartridge. 1 motion. Glance the eye to the muzzle of the barrel. Turn smartly the upper side of the right hand towards the body, in order to discharge the powder into the muzzle. Raising the elbow as high as the wrist, shake the cartridge, and insert it into the barrel, and leave the hand reversed, the fingers closed without pressure. Draw ramrod. First motion. Lower smartly the right elbow, and seize the ramrod between the thumb and forefinger, bent, the other fingers closed. Draw it smartly, extending the arm, the nails uppermost. Seize it backhanded at the middle, with the forefinger and thumb, the palm of the band outwards. Turn it quickly between the bayonet and the body, at the same time closing the fingers upon it. The ramrod of each man in the rear rank, grazing the right shoulder of the man in his front. The ramrod parallel to the bayonet, the arm extended, the eyes upward, the butt of the ramrod opposite the muzzle without being inserted. Second motion. Insert the butt of the ramrod as low as the hand. 10. Ram cartridge. 1 motion. Extend the arm its whole length in raising the right hand to seize the ramrod with the thumb extended, and the forefinger bent, the other fingers being closed. Drive the ramrod forcibly into the barrel, ramming home twice. Seize it again by the small end between the thumb and forefinger bent, the others closed, the right elbow close to the body. 11. Return ramrod. First motion. As in the first motion of drawing ramrod, bring the small end of it opposite to the upper pipe, and hold it there without inserting it. Second motion. Introduce the small end into the pipe, and force it into its place. Raise the right hand quickly and place it, somewhat bent, on the butt of the ramrod, the palm downwards. 12. Shoulder arms. First motion. Raise the firelock with the left hand along the left side, the left hand as high as the shoulder, the left elbow resting on the firelock, keeping the barrel outwards. At the same time, sink down the right hand in order to seize the firelock at the small of the stock. Second motion. Raise the firelock with the right hand, let the left hand fall to seize and support the butt, carrying back at the same time the right heel to the side of the left, and in the same alignment support the firelock against and at the left shoulder with the right hand, in the position indicated for shouldered arms, the right hand touching the small of the stock without pressing against it. Third motion. Let the right hand fall smartly to the right thigh, hanging there as already prescribed. Ready. First motion, as in the first motion of loading. Second motion. Bring the firelock with the right hand before the middle of the body. Place the left hand with the little finger touching the feather spring, and the thumb as high as the chin. pointing upwards along the wood of the stock, the S, or plate opposite the lock, being turned almost towards the body. The ramrod towards the front, and apply at the same time the thumb of the right hand to the head of the cock, the forefinger under and against the guard, and the three other fingers joined to the first. Third motion. Sink down smartly the right elbow, cocking at the same time, and seize the firelock, the immel. Aim. One motion. Sink down smartly the muzzle of the piece, slipping the left hand along the stock, as far as the tailpipe. Apply the butt of the right shoulder, the muzzle a little below the level of the eye, the elbows kept lowered. Shut the left eye, look along the barrel with the right eye, lower the head towards the butt in order to aim, and place the forefinger on the trigger. The men of the rear rank will at the same time step with the right foot 8 inches to the right towards the left heel of the man on their right, throwing the weight of the body on the right leg. That the soldier may be habituated to wait for the word fire, the instructor shall frequently order arms to be recovered by the following command. Recover arms. Raise the firelock smartly and resume the position of the third motion of ready. Aim. One motion. Done in the same manner as in number 198 and 199. Fire. One motion. Apply with force the first finger to the trigger without moving the head and remain in that position. Half cock, firelock. One motion. Raise the cock of the half cock notch, taking care not to cock it. Carry the right hand between the butt and the body to the cartridge box and open it. When instead of loading the instructor wishes to shoulder arms, he will command. Front rank, Elin. First motion. Turn the firelock, the lock outwards, seize it with the right hand at the small, as in the first motion of loading, and remain facing to the front, turning the point of the left foot a little inwards. Second motion. Throw the right foot smartly to the rear, the heel raised, and the foot resting on the toes, bent. Kneel down with the right knee 10 or 12 inches in the rear, and about 6 inches to the right of the left heel. Observing not to come down suddenly, bring down the firelock at the same time with the right hand, and seize it with the left at the swell. Place the butt on the ground without shot, in front of the right thigh, so that the beak of the butt may be opposite the left heel. At the same time, seize the cock between the thumb and forefingers. Third motion, cock the piece. At the subsequent command, load, the men representing a front rank shall, without stooping forward, smartly spring up, keeping in or back the right shoulder to avoid the firelocks of the rear rank. Present arms. First motion. The same as the first motion of load, except that the recruits remain square at the front. Second motion. Complete the turning inwards of the firelock with the right hand, in order to carry it perpendicularly opposite of the left eye. The ramrod in front, and the cock as high as the lowest coat button, holding the firelock with the right hand under and against the guard. Seize it smartly at the same time with the left hand above the lock, the little finger touching the feather spring, the thumb extended along the barrel and against the stock, the forearm joined to the body without constraint, the remain fronted without moving the feet. Shoulder arms. First motion. Turn the firelock with the right hand, barrel outwards. Raise and place it against the left shoulder with the right hand. Let fall the left hand under the butt and right hand held easy against the small of the stock. Second motion. Let the right hand fall smartly to its position. Order arms. First motion. Sink down smartly the firelock to the full extent of the left arm, seizing it at the same time with the right hand above and near the tailpipe. Quit it with the left hand and carry it opposite to the right shoulder, the ramrod in front, the little finger behind the barrel, the butt 3 inches from the ground, the right hand supporting it, the haunch of the firelock perpendicular, and the left hand hanging freely by the side. Second motion. Let the firelock slip through the hand and fall easy to the ground, assuming the position about to be described. Position of ordered arms. The hand must be sunk low, the barrel between the thumb and forefinger, extended along the stock, the other 3 fingers extended and joined, the muzzle about 2 inches from the right shoulder, the ramrod in front, the beak, that is, in this position, the front of the butt, in a line with the toes, and the barrel perpendicular. If the ground be muddy, the butt may rest on the right foot. Inspection of arms. The recruits being at order arms, the instructor will command, inspect arms. One motion. Face 1 1/2 to the right. On the left heel, carrying the right foot perpendicular to the right of the alignment, 6 inches from and forming a right angle with the line of the loop. Seize the firelock smartly with the left hand, raise it to the level of the lowest button of the waistcoat, inclining the muzzle to the rear, without moving the butt from its place. The ramrod turned towards the body. Carry at the same time the right hand to the bayonet. Seize it by the socket and shank in such a manner that the extremity of the socket may be an inch above the hand, and that, in drawing it, the thumb may extend on the blade. Draw it from the scabbard, carry it to the muzzle of the firelock, and fix it there. Immediately seize the ramrod, drawing it as has been prescribed, spring it to the barrel, and then face back immediately to the front in the position of ordered arms. The instructor will then inspect successively the firelock of each soldier, passing in front of the rank. Each soldier, as the instructor passes him, will raise his firelock smartly with the right hand, seize it with the left hand between the tailpipe and feather spring, the lock outwards, the left hand as high as the chin, the firelock opposite the left eye. The instructor shall take it with his right hand at the small, and, after having inspected it, shall return it to the soldier, who will receive it back with the left hand, half cock and shut pan if necessary, and resume the position of ordered arms. When the instructor has passed the recruit, he will return his ramrod, resuming the position of ordered arms. Support arms. First motion. Grasp smartly the firelock about 4 inches below the lock, without turning it, and raise it a little. Second motion. Put the butt with the left hand, placing the left forearm extended across the breast, supporting the cock. Third motion. Let the right hand fall smartly to its position.
Support arms.
Carry arms. First motion. With the right hand, grasp smartly the small of the stock. Second motion. Place the left hand smartly under the butt. Third motion. Let the right hand drop smartly to the right side, and at the same time, sink the firelock to the position of shouldered arms.
Carry arms.
Ease arms. One motion. Carry the firelock sloped indifferently on either shoulder or with either hand, the muzzle always well up.
Ease arms.
Carry arms. At this command, the soldiers will quickly resume the habitual position of shoulder arms.
Carry arms.
Unfix bayonet. First motion. Sink down the firelock by extending the left arm. Grasp it at the same time with the right hand above and near the swell, as in the first motion of ordered arms. Second motion. With the right hand, lower the firelock along the left thigh to the ground. Seize it with the left hand above the right, in order to assume the position of the second motion of cast about, but without placing the right heel before the hollow of the left foot. Strike off the bayonet with the right hand, returning it to the scabbard under the left arm, leaving the right hand near the socket. Third motion. Raise the firelock with the left hand, seize it at the small with the right, resuming the position of shouldered arms.
Unfix bayonet.
Secure arms. First motion. Grasp smartly the firelock with the right hand, the thumb against the S, and the forefinger against the cock. Detach at the same time the firelock from the shoulder, keeping the barrel outwards. Seize the firelock at the swell, with the left hand, the thumb extended, along the ramrod. The firelock perpendicular, opposite the shoulder, the left elbow passing on the firelock. Second motion. Firing down the muzzle of the firelock, the lock under the left arm, the left hand remaining at the swell, the thumb pressing against the ramrod to prevent it sliding out, the right hand falling at the same time to its position.
Secure arms.
Shoulder arms. First motion. Raise the firelock, but not too suddenly, lest the ramrod should escape from its pipes. Seize it with the right hand at the small to support it against the shoulder. At the same time, quit the firelock with the left hand, placing it smartly under the butt. Second motion. Let the right hand fall quickly into its position, sinking at the same time the firelock with the left hand to the proper position of shouldered arms.
Shoulder arms.
Fixed bayonet. First motion. As in the first motion of unfixed bayonet. Second motion. As in the motion of unfixed bayonet, except that the right hand will seize the socket of the bayonet, as prescribed in inspection of arms, in order to draw it from the scabbard and carry it smartly to the muzzle, the right hand remaining at the shank of the bayonet. Third motion. Shoulder arms. as explained in the third motion of unfixed bayonets.
Fix bayonet.
Arms port, 1 motion. At 1 motion, throw the firelock from the shoulder across the body, beating it smartly with both hands at the same instant, to a diagonal position in which the lock is to be turned to the front and at the height of the breast, the muzzle slanting upwards so that the barrel may cross opposite the point of the left shoulder, with the butt proportional. The right hand grasps the small of the butt, and the left hand holds the piece at the swell, close to the lower pipe, the thumbs of both hands placing towards the muzzle, both elbows close to the body, the fingers of the left hand between the stock and the barrel.
Port arms.
Shoulder arms. First motion. Bring the firelock smartly to the left shoulder, placing the left hand under the butt. Second motion. Drop the right hand smartly to its proper position on the right side.
Shoulder arms.
Charge bayonet. First motion. As the first motion of load, piping the firelock 2 inches from the cock. Second motion. Bring down the firelock with the right hand to the left, which seizes it a little above the swell, the barrel uppermost, the left elbow near the body, the right hand against the right haunch, the point of the bayonet as high as the eye. The men in the rear rank will take care to avoid touching the men who are in front of them with their bayonets.
Charge bayonet.
Shoulder arms. First motion. Turn to the front on the left heel, bring up the right heel to the side of and in line with the left. Spring up at the same time the firelock with the right hand to the left shoulder, placing the left hand under the butt. Second motion, let the right hand fall smartly to its place.
Shoulder arms.
Trail arms. First motion. The first motion of order arms. Second motion. Incline forward a little the muzzle of the firelock, butt towards the rear, and about 3 inches from the ground. The right hand against the haunch will steady the firelock in such manner that the bayonets of the men of the rear rank will not touch the men in front.
Trail arms.
Shoulder arms. At the word shoulder, raise the firelock perpendicular in the right hand. At the word arms, execute what has been prescribed for shouldering arms from order arms.
Shoulder arms.
Loading in quickest time. Its object is to enable the soldier to distinguish the motions, which should be rapidly executed, from those executed with more regularity and attention, such as those of prime, charged cartridge, and ram cartridge. It will therefore be divided into 4 principal divisions, as follows. The first will be executed at the command load, the 3 others at the command 2, 3, and 4. The instructor will command.
Loading in quick time. Load. Execute the motion of load. Open pan. Handle cartridge. Tear cartridge. Prime. Two. Shut pan. Cast about. Charge cartridge. Three, draw ramrod, ram cartridge. Four, return ramrod, shoulder arms. Ready. Aim. Fire. Recover. Arms. Shoulder arms. Order arms. Rest.
Loading in quickest time. The instructor will next teach the recruit to load in quickest time, which shall be executed the same as loading in quick time, but continued and without pauses. The instructor will command.
Load in quickest time. Load.
I was walking by the banks of the Yugi. Come, my dear friends, in the story I'll play. I spied a dear comrade all dressed in white flannel, and cruel was his fate. Oh, the mercury was beating, the limestone was reeking, his tongue all in flames hung over his chin. With the hole in his bosom, his teeth were closing.
Ready.
Luck to the girl, they funky and
Bang.
marvelous.
Fire. Recover. Shoulder arms. Order arms. Rest.
I might have been cured by those pills of white mercury. Now I am a young man cut down in my prime. My